Every woman has a breaking point, and a becoming. You're listening to Becoming Her, true stories of courage, betrayal, and transformation. They say power changes people, but what it really does is reveal them. It had been 6 weeks since Clara Jameson's restructuring. 6 weeks since her promotion vanished along with her authority, her title, and her peace. Her once busy calendar was empty. Her seat at meetings reassigned. The same men she'd trained now walked past her without eye contact. Her name, once spoken with respect, was now whispered in pity. The company called it reorganization. But Clara knew better. It was punishment wrapped in paperwork. One morning, she walked into a strategy meeting, her notebook clutched tightly. The room went silent. Mr. Ross looked up, his polished smile already waiting. "Oh, Clara," he said smoothly, "this one's for project leads only." Her voice was calm. "I was one." He didn't blink. "Were," he corrected. The word hit harder than a slap. She nodded once, turned, and walked out. But inside her chest, something sharp and unbreakable began to rise. She had been quiet long enough. That night, Clara opened her laptop. If they were going to bury her, she wanted to see how deep the hole went. Hours of digging through reports and archived files led her to something strange. An internal document marked leadership review. The report described her as too emotional, potentially high risk, prone to unprofessional conduct. None of it was true. But attached to the file was something worse, a formal complaint, filed under her name. Except she had never written it. It was all fabricated, a perfect lie to justify her downfall. For a long time, she just stared at the screen, her heart pounding. They hadn't just taken her promotion. They'd rewritten her story. The next day, she walked into Mr. Ross's office unannounced. He was on a call. She didn't care. She dropped the printed report on his desk. "What is this?" she asked. He looked at it, then at her, pretending confusion. "Ah, internal HR matters. Nothing for you to worry about. Nothing for me to..." She cut herself short, shaking her head. "You fabricated this." He leaned back in his chair, calm and collected. "Clara," he said softly, "you're treading dangerous ground. Sometimes knowing too much doesn't help your career." She met his eyes, voice steady. "And sometimes silence destroys it." He smiled, that same smile, polite, empty, practiced. "Careful, Clara. Ambition can make people see enemies where there are none." She turned and walked out. But she knew she'd just made one. Days later, her office access was revoked. Her company laptop was requested for review. And when she came in the next morning, her desk was empty, every trace of her gone. A single email followed: "Your employment has been terminated as part of restructuring." No reason. No warning. No goodbye. For hours, she sat in her car in the parking lot, staring at the glass building that once symbolized everything she'd worked for. And for the first time, she cried, not because she'd lost her job, but because she realized what the system really demanded from women like her: obedience disguised as opportunity. But then, something unexpected happened. A week after her termination, she received a call from an unfamiliar number. "Ms. Jameson," the voice said. "This is Paul Porter, senior partner at Titan Consulting. We'd like to meet." Paul Porter, the man even Mr. Ross answered to. His office was sleek, intimidating, the kind that made silence feel expensive. He didn't waste time. "You've caused quite a stir," he said smoothly. "We value integrity here, but we also value discretion." He slid a folder across the table. "A settlement offer. 7 figures. And a non-disclosure agreement. All you need to do," he said, "is sign. Walk away quietly. Start over somewhere new." Clara looked at the folder, then at him. "Is that how you fix injustice here? With money and silence?" He smiled faintly. "That's how the world works, Ms. Jameson." Clara stood, pushing the folder back toward him. "Then maybe the world needs to stop working this way." And she walked out. The next morning, headlines flooded her phone. Unstable female executive leaks confidential files, sources question her mental health. Her hands trembled as she scrolled. They hadn't just erased her career. They were rewriting her sanity. Recruiters stopped calling. Friends stopped reaching out. And her family, frightened by the attention, begged her to stop. Clara, her mother said softly over the phone, "You've made your point. Please, let it go." But she couldn't. Because this was never just about her. It was about every woman told to smile through injustice. Every daughter taught to shrink so the world could feel comfortable. Then, one evening, she came home to find her front door slightly open. Her heart pounded. She stepped inside, nothing seemed missing, but something felt wrong. On the floor by the door lay an envelope. No name. No stamp. Inside was a single note, typed in bold. "You've made your point. Stop now, or we'll make sure you never speak again." Clara froze. Her breath caught in her throat. The hallway outside was silent, but heavy, like someone had just been there. She stood by the window that night, watching the city lights blur against the glass. And for a long time, she said nothing. Then, softly, like a vow, she whispered, "They raised me to serve, but I was born to lead." Outside, thunder rolled across the sky. And somewhere in the dark, the storm began to gather. What would you do if telling the truth meant risking your life? Because Clara Jameson is about to find out how far power will go to stay unchallenged. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe.